Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's Christelle here with the readings for September. I just wanted to introduce what I'm going to do for the readings. I have a mini grand tableau, which is 4 cards over 4 cards down, a total of 16 cards, and I'll discuss that. I'll be doing a mini grand tableau for every sign. For clarifiers, each of them have a numbered house, so the importance of certain cards falling on certain houses will be relevant, and I'll speak about that. And for clarifiers, when I need them, I'll be using the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa, here you go, the Mona Lisa Tarot, which is a lovely deck. And that's it. On to the readings. Thank you, old subscribers, for hanging in with me. Welcome, new subscribers. Enjoy. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look. This is your grand tableau, your Lenormand mini grand tableau. Let me show you the cards first. There's this clouds, lilies, crossroads, the man, the mice, the fox, the boat, the boat, yeah, the ship, the book, the mountain, stars, the whip, the anchor, the birds, the sun, the bear, and the woman. Look, I have to say that, well, first of all, as I mentioned, these are all numbered houses, and you saw the cards have a number. Very, very significant is when the numbered card falls in that house. And what do we have here, Pisces? The woman. Cherchez la femme, they say. Look for the emphasis on the woman. Who is this woman? Is this a person who aids you? Is this a person who, and we'll see that by the reading of the other cards. Let's take a look now. First of all, I see as the endings and beginnings that you have a difficult time, Pisces, with radical changes. This could take, when I say radical changes, you have difficult times with anything that smacks of life-death situations. There's difficulty there, but it's a fleeting moment. You may hear of someone who is not feeling very well. You may hear that someone has stopped their one activity and has retired. You may hear from someone who quit their job. You have trouble with that, accepting that and understanding that. But you have the maturity enough to accept what these surprises bring, even though you have difficulty with that. The lilies are here to tell me that you seem to have the predisposition in the month of September for you to understand that these critical issues can be turned around to be positive, which is interesting. There is on your part, Pisces, a decision to be made concerning an ending, and it is precisely it has to do with an activity that you have, a livelihood, a work, a job, something that activity that you're doing. You're deciding about whether to end it or not, and that's going to give you cause for concern. Oddly enough, in relation to this decision, not oddly, but consequently, or there is a person involved here. In relation to this decision, there's a male involved, with whom you will be having repeated communication. You'll be entertaining. This could be a friend, a colleague, it could be a significant other, a person from your past, but you'll be having repeated communication with them, and in many cases, it will involve um, a sensual attraction with that person. Much of the communication, if it involves this person coming back into your life, or a former lover or a significant other, it will be highly charged sexual communication as well. But it is linked, as I said, to the notion of deciding to leave or change a job that you have or hold, activity that you have. The work that you have and the work that you do, the activity that you do, how you create, how you put your bread and butter on the table, is something that will be cause for concern. Now, although there's a double-edged sword here, Pisces, for you. Although you understand that is the source of income, you and a sense of security, you're in a position in September to try to work out a strategy or work out a scheme, and I'm going to call it a scheme, so that you can still have that sense of security without maintaining this job, and try to find a new opportunity that will give you more free time and be better suited to your nature. Interesting. I'm all for that. Now, your sense of guidance. There is a lot of travel involved in the month of September. There's travel that will help you learn what you want to do in the future. The notion of having to move from where you are to another place, even for a few days, 1 day, 2 days, 4 days, 5 days, it will help you understand better what you want to do with the rest of your life, if you can believe that, Pisces. Let me just lower the volume here. Okay. Now, having said that, we did talk about the change of the desire to change your activity, and that's going to be coming up in September, linked to a man. But it's also linked to a story, to an occurrence that you know nothing of now, and I'm talking now, I'm reading on the full moon, that you know nothing about, that have to do with your home. There's a hidden element from you in the month of August, the end of August and the beginning of September, that's hidden from you, but it involves your home. It seems that this all is linked. Something occurs in the home that makes you want to change your job, and at the same time someone else comes into your life or comes back to your life that gives you ideas of what to do and how to change your life or the work that you're doing. Now, your public life, the fact of going to work, the fact of representing certain people, the fact of putting out a face out there, is going to become problematic for you the month of September. The obstacles that make it problematic, however, will be short-lived because you have a sense of purpose. In an odd way, Pisces, it's as if you become strong with what occurs around you, and it not pushes you, but gives you a big nudge in wanting to do something you've always wanted to do. Say, I quit, or that's enough for me, something like that. You're going to rehash decisions in your mind over and over again. And I have to say that the issue of sex, of sensuality that's linked to this, to a male figure. And I know I have a mixed um, group out there who are listening to me, but it's definitely a male that comes up for whoever I'm reading for. I know this is Pisces, but this is telling me over and over again there's a strong sensual pull with the male that is involved with your decision-making process. Very interesting. I'd be curious to see how this plays out. And your greatest difficulty is concerning your sense of balance, sense of stability. And this is why the idea of leaving a stable job currently, or even the notion, will give you cause for concern. You're also going to be, at length, you're going to be speaking about, with people around you, about something that's hidden from you, the unknown future. What could happen if I do this? What would occur if I did that? How could I play my cards right in this case? What would you do if? Okay? But believe me when I say that when you entertain communication with others on these topics, you will come away with great success. You'll become enlightened and warmed to the very bones, because they will help you enormously. Now, the male influence, this person, the male influence in your life, the person that is crossing your path, that is with such passion, again, this could play out on the job, but it could play out as a friend, as a cohort, as a member of the family, but they are there to help you with your sense of security. Why did I start talking about Cherchez la femme? This is the woman behind the entire spread. If this is you, Pisces, you are the person who will be holding all the cards and who will be making all the decisions in the month of. The emphasis is on you. The highlight is on you. If this is not you and is someone else, this is a person who is going to help you every step of the way. Now, I'm going to, this is the tarot of the Mona Lisa tarot. I'm going to cut this into 3 and take one card from the top, one from the middle, and one from the very bottom. Okay, Pisces, I've got the page, I've got the Page of Cups, the Hermit, and the Page of Swords. 2 pages are flanking the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is also a card that talks about education, talks about scholarship, talks about studying and research, and there'll be a lot of that. You may be yourself in that field, but this also talks about you doing the footwork in finding out answers, that much needed answers, and you do receive help by way of answers. You receive help from both a male and a female. I see these as 2 people, like our male and female, who are mirroring each other in this spread. What else is important here is that it tells us it's the beginning of you considering a complete change, but at the same time doing so in such a rational way that it brings you to the boardroom, and it brings you to the library and doing the dirty work, not the dirty work, the fun work for those of us who like to do that, but it brings you into a circular motion of establishing the issue, finding the solution, making a plan of observation and maneuvering and strategy. It's a circular plan. It's very interesting. And you've got your work cut out for you because you have a lot of responsibility to face in that month of September, and you will be having a lot of helps, Pisces. I do hope this was of help to you, and I'm very pleased for you for joining me. And until we read together again, bye-bye, Pisces.